Hello there, welcome back to Spain. We're currently still colonizing, trying to cut off Great Britain. But other than that, we won't really be doing much. We'll be colonizing this area here, block that off, take the Cherokee, I believe it was. I was told it's pronounced. I'll still probably mess it up and forget myself, so I'll probably call them the Cherokee or something like that. So my apologies, it's not intentional, it's just easy for me that way. But yeah, I'll be colonizing and I'll most likely deal with Portugal. Simply get rid of them is the word I'm looking for, I guess. I could potentially always go for a simple vassalization. That I think would to some extent work out as well. I also want to get myself, well, into another war with France. I believe that's actually what we did last time. Got ourselves into a discussion to some extent with the French to, well, over who should do what. But that doesn't matter right now. What we will be doing, I think, is continuing our efforts against France, basically because it will give me an entry into the Holy Roman Empire, and potentially I can then go ahead and try and vassalize, let's say, Savoy. Still really far away from doing something like that, but we'll have to see here. These guys, no. It's simply too much of all the areas were too much, but apparently I can vassalize Ferrara. And I do have, I think, a diplomatic relations that I can open up. So, why not? We'll probably go for, yeah, vassalizing Ferrara. I'll simply get rid of the military axis, I guess. I'm pretty sure, I'm actually in charge of the Holy See, so I could potentially just go ahead and sort it out some other way. But for now, I'll just invest into a cardinal here. There we go. And I'll say the rest. Let's see here. Who do I not want to have a royal marriage with? Portugal, definitely. Break royal ties. There we go. Should have done that ages ago. But as I said, on the positive note now, I can actually vassalize Ferrara, and they do have 2 provinces. So why should I not? Or why not? We'll go ahead and try and vassalize Ferrara. It'll help when it comes to getting myself into the Holy Roman Empire myself. It will be by force. Make no mistake. I will get myself into the Holy Roman Empire by force. Colony became self-sufficient, I believe. And Portugal entered the coalition against me again. Not really that surprising in either of them. So let's have a look here. Is a colonist free? It doesn't look like it, so I'll be borrowing this guy. And I'll be having him create a new colony probably up here. Let's see, can I? No. We cannot colonize anything up here, so I'll just block off down here. And we'll be preparing for a war against the Cherokee. Simply take Muskogee, Appalachia and Pensacola. I basically want to just block them off, then we can conquer them at our own pace, doesn't really matter. Same with Aztec, just block off the coast, and that's it. And probably the same with Incas, but yeah, I'll take all the New World to myself sooner or later. That's basically how it goes. But for now, continue colonization attempts, as well as prepare for, as I said, a war against the French again, the Portuguese in 5 years. And I should potentially also try and get myself into a position where I can start causing some trouble for Morocco. So declaring a holy war here is potentially a good move. Or forcefully vassalizing Tunisia is potentially also a good move, because when I then get into war with Mamluks, I can simply feed them these provinces down the line. I'll also feed them Algiers and probably to some extent Morocco. But the goal here will be to have the release of, say, Fez, and then use them to our advantage. There are also some natives down here that I'll probably vassalize and use them to take Mali. But yeah, I'm getting ahead of myself. The main goal here is that we want to become in charge of the Holy Roman Empire, and to do that we need to get ourselves elected. And how do we do that? Well, we go after or electors that are so small that I can vassalize them, and also that I have easy access to. Pomerania is such a target. Austria, Minster, and Lithuania. So Lithuania is not really a problem here, neither is Austria, I think, to some extent. Should be an easy fight, I think. But yeah, I should potentially also try and take out Venice here. Simply to get myself a little bit of a, well, I guess I could call it better starting position or something. We'll consider it, but for the time being, I'll just give it a little bit more time. Austria won't be able to push too many more reforms, but once they get up to Gemming and Pevig and Landfriede, we'll do some more efforts in pushing ourselves into the whole Roman Empire proper. Until then, we'll deal with France, with Burgundy, and probably southern the southern parts of Italy, and of course we'll finish up colonizing. So we'll see how things go. That's the plan. Kind of negative thing here, we have a Regency Council. Should be just fine though. We do still have truces with everyone, as far as I can see. And it will last for 9 years. That's actually kind of bad. But we do have one positive thing with this though. As you can see, Burgundy is actually in a position where they could actually end up in a union with me. And that is quite good. The Burgundian inheritance is not something that we actually need to worry about anymore. And that is due to the fact that after the 1500s it won't actually fire. And if I get a union with Burgundy, then I'm 100% certain that we'll be able to pull off what the goals for this game were. And I'll kind of have to apologize. I have some air in my system, and that's why I'm burping. My apologies. And we can also go ahead and take diplomatic tech 6, which allows me to build an embassy. And I think I'll just go ahead and do that. Although I don't really need any more diplomats right now. I will definitely need them in the future. So we'll go ahead and build an embassy in Jalan. As I said, we're still trying to get best friends with Ferrara here. We'll probably do the same with Mantua, I think. So I'll start improving relations there just to be safe. And well, as I said, Venice is definitely a potential target here. If we take Verona, Treviso, and Friuli, that would potentially be a very good thing for me. So I might actually have to consider that. So yeah, we'll have to see how that turns out. But for the time being, we'll just allow things to be as they are and focus on the colonization of the New World, I think. So we'll see how it goes. As you can see, we have a national bank in trouble. Our national bank is doing very poorly. It is finding it hard to lend to reliable people and is running into difficulties. We could give it some money, but we do not have money. Tell the bank to lend to slightly less reliable people. We'll go for that one. But as you can see, I haven't actually unlocked national bank, which I guess is why things are going bad there. But it'll take a while to get it. As you can see, my inflation is now at 5.17%. But hopefully we can get national bank rather quickly and then start decreasing it in a rapid manner. But as things are going, we have moved one more province west here. And such, we are getting closer to actually starting to colonize the coast here, and thus blocking Great Britain's part. So we'll try and pull it off, and we'll see how it goes. We've also more or less discovered most of the territories here, and that is quite good. I want to try and see if I can find the remainder of the land, and I'll most likely also march into Aztec if I get the military access, so that I can actually try to some extent and well, get something done. But for the time being, I'll just be going or finishing up the colonization puzzle here. This one is done. I think I'll actually, yeah, that one is actually also done. Do I actually have to set up 2 new colonies, or am I just being confused here? Let's have a quick look. I have 6 colonies. I just need to set up 1 more. But yeah, I'll march these guys down south then. I'll keep these guys in the north, and we'll be trying to get this to work as intended, I guess. Fleet is also coming along nicely. I believe this is it's one of the defending fleets, I guess, that I use to protect trade and also get or keep pirates at bay. So let's see here, where are we? Genoa, Sevilla. Guess I need to put someone in Mississippi, I guess. Yeah, we'll play someone up at Mississippi. But yeah, I'll stop showing you these little not interesting things, and we'll go for ending the Regency Council this episode. We'll see how things go. The Knights of St. John of Jerusalem. Being driven from the island of Rhodes by the Turks, the knights wandered homeless until in 1530, Holy Roman Emperor Charles V conferred upon them the sovereignty of the island of Malta and the port city of Tripoli. So basically this is an event that allows me to basically give up Malta, and the knights get it, or I can give Malta and Tripolitania, but I do not have Tripoli, so that doesn't matter, and I can also go for don't give them anything, which is what I'll do, simply because of the fact, even if the knights, I couldn't have vassalized it peacefully, it would have been done through warfare and murder, slaughter, describe it however you want, but it wouldn't have been nice, so I'll just keep Malta for the time being. They don't actually have that many cores either, so it doesn't actually make too much sense to go ahead and well, take too much land. But yeah, for the time being, as colonization is the priority, and we'll see how it turns out. Of course, we also get a comet, and I don't actually gain the administrative power to actually go ahead and boost this, mostly due to the fact that the Regency Council sucks for administrative purposes. However, this guy will probably help out quite a bit there, so that's at least positive. And also, as you can see, the coast mostly have been blocked off. All that remains right now is to get myself, or to attack the Cherokee and the Aztecs, simply to block off the coast to make sure that no one else actually gets a chance at, well, taking it. And I'll most likely also start some colonization down in Africa to try and block off Great Britain there, and also whomever else might decide to go for some colonization there. So with that in mind, I think I'll actually go ahead and declare war on Mali, simply take these two to get a continuous land strip to some extent. And such, I think I need to well, get something else done. But for now, I'll simply do colonization the old way by dropping a army down here. Probably land them the Conquistador, and we'll see how things turn out. As you can see, diplomatic tech 7 has been reached, and with it we can now get a max colonial ratio of 115, along with naval morale increased by 0.3. Nothing much than that to report, other than we have started colonization attempts down here. And we'll be colonizing these two, and then most likely fight and vassalize Benin. Give them a bridge, I guess I could call it, or at least try to give them a bridge, and then feed them Mali. We'll at least try that, we'll see how it turns out. I can't actually promise it will work out. So I most likely simply go for the next, try and convert the provinces, and then release Benin, make the bridge, and then attack Mali. That could actually work out. But yeah, it seems that we have some, or at least that the Portuguese have started colonizing some of the smaller islands here, so I'll have to deal with that as well. But as of now, we are how far? 5 more years of the Regency Council, and then we are ready to start wars again. Military Tech 13 has been reached, and with it we now have Artillery Fire plus 0.4, Artillery Shock plus 0.1, some new cannons, along with a new building, the Regimental Camp, which will come to good use, I think, once we start actually building stuff. But nothing much other than that to report. Still colonizing, still just sitting by, waiting for the Regency Council to pass. I have upgraded my transport fleet though to 20 ships, so I can transport my 20k armies around. But I don't think I'll have use for them, and now, as I said, once we actually out of the Regency Council, I'm pretty sure that what we will be declaring war on is Portugal, and to some extent France. I'm also pretty sure that I'll be able to vassalize Ferrara. They're currently at war with Lithuania, so I'll have to wait and see if, or Venice and Lithuania, so I'll have to wait and see if they actually decide to give that up, or if I'll have to use force. There is one very positive thing though. Mantua, the country here, it's actually an elector, and those are most likely to go for war to vassalize them pretty soon. Also, I believe that unfortunately the Burgundy guys have currently gotten themselves a regency, too bad, and I'll keep them as an ally for the time being. They're quite good. They're also very nice in terms that they are keeping the tree of the electors more or less on edge, so that I can most likely get them quite easily. And as you can see here, Saxony, Brandenburg, Pomerania. So there's a lot of electors that can be potentially poached rather easily. I simply need 4 of them to make, or to be completely sure. Let's see, I can invest 500 points for 50 admin points. Should be just fine. I'll be saving up admin points right now for wow, thank you inflation. But yeah, as I was saying, I'll be saving up admin points for the goal of buying National Bank. So I'll not be making any calls or anything. I'll simply sit by and save my points. That's actually the first cardinal that I was want to change. That was once I didn't actually have any more cardinals. So that's kind of future cardinal, or candidates, I guess is the right word. So that's kind of annoying. Let's see, if I take out Mantua, then yeah, Brandenburg will most likely actually will for themselves. So I might actually get away with it with just 3. We'll have to see how it turns out. But for now, I'll be waiting for the vassalization of Ferrara, and then I'll probably go for annexing Guyenne and Ferrara about the same time. I think Guyenne will actually prove quite a good or valuable ally, I think. And I'll also be trying to take a Provence province and release them, because they do have 4 cores, I believe. Dauphine, Anjou, So what I think will be the goal next war is these 4 provinces, hand over 3 to Guyenne, and then go for the annexation of that. Not really they're basically done their worth of that. You know what? This game just loves crushing my hopes and dreams. Time and time again. The build dates have been quite frequent this time, so that's kind of weird. Apparently, I can use Society Jesus. His Holiness has approved a new missionary order called the Society of Jesus. However, without royal support, it will not thrive. Shall we support the Jesuits? Well, the boosts are quite good, so we'll just do it, I guess. We do not want to do any of the other things, though, so we'll wait with that. Colonial expansion. We'll pull that one off as soon as we get our new king. We'll help actually a little bit on global settler increase, which will allow us to grow our colonies a little bit faster. So, I guess we'll enact them, take the stability hit, and we'll simply reboost stability at once. But yeah, nothing as fun as a little stability hit here and there. I think I've had 3 just this episode, kind of getting into on my nerves. But yeah, the colonies are thriving and everything is nice. We still have the Regency Council to worry about, but that will end in how long? Let's take a quick look. 3 more years. We'll do that in the beginning of the next episode. Unfortunately, this is all we had time for. The Spanish Empire is definitely growing, so next time we'll most likely have a plethora of wars, I guess. We'll fight Portugal, we'll fight France, and probably Mali and Benin as well. We'll have to consider and see. So thank you for watching. Please leave a comment, praise, criticism, anything you feel like, and I'll see you around next time. Bye.